Welcome to the studio, and it's time for a half rant, half here to make you feel better about yourself when you try and do something and you utterly fall flat on your face because you can't always succeed in what you do. So I did a vlog a couple of months ago, actually like a couple weeks ago, I think it was at the beginning of November, end of October. And we were talking about doing at least one or two more holiday shows so I could get some extra sales in and do a little vending. Okay, so this is what happened with that. What happened was, I applied to two shows. Actually, I didn't really apply. I asked if they had spaces available because it was real late registration. Some of these were all in November, so in case you guys wanted to find out. The one show filled up before I could get the payment to them, and that was okay because I couldn't get off of work anyway because life sucks when you're a salaried manager. And the other one I got rejected for. I got the day off, but I got rejected for it. And I scratched my head for the longest time, and I think that after looking at the letters back and forth, I think Matt's right. I think I legitimately got rejected under the premise that my work is too good. Yeah. Okay. So this is what happened. Okay. So the one is the fair to remember. That's the one I didn't get the payment in for on time. That one I'm probably going to do spring. Okay. The one I got rejected from is called the 2018 Holiday Craft Fair of Washington County. Okay, now when I looked it up, and there's a website I could put a link on below that it gives you the statistics. It'll give you like your gate fee, you know, how many people are coming through, how much they're paying to get in, a general head count, and generally the facilities that they provide, which is really important, and how much it is to vend, and maybe how long the duration of the show is. Some real key things that you want to know if you're vending. There was two different prices. Okay, so there's a Kelly Boone that I was originally emailing, and this is how the thread goes. Okay, so from Kelly Boone, I think that it got forwarded from Kelly to Dakota. And from Dakota, I hear I still have spaces available for the November 17th show. Pricing is different for either regular booth or a booth is on the end of an aisle where the two sides of the booth exposed to draw more attention and be more visible to customers. Regular booths only have one side of a 10 by 10 booth. Please let me know if this makes sense. The application for the event is attached if you're interested. You know what, I think it was like $75 or $85, and if I actually popped like 4 or 5 of these out, I would make my booth fees back, and really I want to get these out of the house. So I was like, hey, you know what, yeah, sure. So I took a look at the application, and on the application they're looking for Wisconsin seller's permit. Well, here's the thing with Wisconsin taxes and Wisconsin state law. If you're making less than $500 in income, you don't have to report your income according to Wisconsin income law, because it's like winning a scratch-off lottery. It's really not worth reporting and not worth the Wisconsin Department of Revenue to really dig into it. So they're not going to require you to spend $700 for $500 worth of income. You can just kind of report it as miscellaneous income when you do your tax returns. You do not need to have a seller's permit, but on this application it said we need your seller's permit. Okay, well, that's a problem. Don't have one. So I wrote back, Dear Dakota, I don't have a Wisconsin seller's permit. When I was doing trade shows, it was to get my name out there and earn commissions, not sell items. Well, now I do have 3 items to purchase right out of the booth. I haven't had a chance to test their popularity to see if they will sell. I was actually going to not vend anymore, period, because of the hassle with setup and travel, but wanted to give it one last shot now that I figured out a few takeaway items that I can maybe cover the booth cost. If that is a deal breaker, I'm sorry for wasting your time. I'm not too particular about which space if it is not. I do not need a power supply. Okay. figured out a few takeaway items. Okay. If you're doing a art and craft fair, and you word it like that, I don't know at what point you actually figured out that I was just going to the store and buying stuff. I don't understand where this person got that apparently I'm selling stuff that I pre-purchased and I'm just reselling stuff. Because if you've watched any of the other vlogs or anything, you'll hear that effectively what's going on is that the originals that I make are anywhere from $100 on up. Okay, well that's not your disposable income range. You want stuff that's $30 or below. It's that disposable, this is lunch, this is dinner for two, this is a nice Christmas present. It's not something that's going to break anybody's bank, make anybody miss rent or their electric bill. Okay? That's your price point, but it's really hard to get that, okay? So I've got prints, but the prints they're not Christmassy. They're not anything you would present out to anybody. I mean, you'd keep them for yourself, you'd hang them on your fridge, put them in your office, but they're not seasonal. That's not really a takeaway. A couple years ago I figured out how to do these ornaments. Well, these ornaments cost me maybe $3-4 a piece to make, not including time, so hey, they're seasonal and they're a takeaway and you can put them in a bag and you put them in a flight bag, which is another thing. If you got people that are traveling and they're on a plane, they don't want a 22 by 30 painting to take with them. They'll ask you to ship it out. So it's really hard to sell to people who are traveling. But this is, these ornaments, they're a nice takeaway. Like gift cards. I tried the gift card thing, just easy prints in a card, and they're expensive to make compared to how much people want to sell them for. Or, how people want to buy them for, I should say. For the little cards to print them out, that's 75 cents for, and I don't really make a whole lot of turnaround with that, and it's really hard to find something that like people want to buy. I mean, the card thing, it didn't work. I tried it, it doesn't work. We've moved on past that. So the card thing didn't work. The ornaments were really popular, and then I was kind of playing with this whole thing with kind of customizing other stuff. And then I thought, well, I can do little magnets. This is like a little piece of balsa wood, and I Mod Podged a print on it. This is actually a Christmas one that I haven't finished, but so there's that one. That's kind of a thing that I could just put a little magnet on or something like that. Be a little, I like giraffes. And it would be kind of cute. So that's something that's cheap. Okay, that's a little takeaway. I could sell it for like $3, Okay. Anyway, those are my takeaways. Okay. This is the email I get back. Bearing in mind that I do now have 3 items to purchase right out of the booth. I haven't had a chance to test their popularity to see if they will sell. Let's go to the response. Hi, Alicia. I just want to let you know this fair is just for handcrafted items. We do not allow direct sales at this event. Have you looked up the definition of direct sales?
Alrighty. Did I miss something?
Okay. Moving on, because that sentence made no sense to me. If you do qualify for this, you will not be required to have seller's permit. We still need you to fill out the seller's permit form as part of the application, as we are required to send that information to the state of Wisconsin. However, you would only fill in line with your social security number and leave line 6 and 8 empty. As this is sufficient enough for us, please let me know if you have any additional questions. So I did not get rejected on the fact that I don't have a Wisconsin seller's permit. because I don't have a Wisconsin seller's permit, but it's on me to record my sales. And they just are obligated to make sure that they tell the Department of Revenue that this seller doesn't have a seller's permit. Now, the last show I did was, I think, another quick vlog entry, but it was 2 years ago. It was post-Christmas, and I took a couple of pictures of the booth setup with the tables and the prints and everything. That was a show we did really well at, and this was now my response. All of my work is handcrafted by myself. Since I am revamping my booth setup, I do not have any current pictures, because I am. I had the laptop running for videos for this channel. I had a lot of stuff that just, it didn't really click. The flow of the booth I don't think was as maximized as I could, and it didn't really have any pop. It basically was black with a bunch of prints all over it. I did attach one picture of my booth setup from the last show that I did, and I signed my name. Dakota replies, "Thank you for sending this over. I will send the pictures along to the committee." I have to get out of this thread because for some reason I can't link back to the actual rejection letter. So the rejection letter reads as such. "Thank you for sending in these pictures and your interest in our holiday craft fair of Washington County. Applicants are juried on their work by members of the AG and Industrial Society, AIS, and chosen based on style and originality. This show was originally designed to showcase handcrafted items that cannot be purchased anywhere else.
Well, how did you?
The jury committee does all it can to ensure that the integrity of the show is held up. Unfortunately, at this time, the jury committee has deemed your product not fit for our 2018 show. We do wish you the best of luck in your future business endeavors. The best, Dakota," who apparently is on the committee. But he sent the letter out from the committee. Out to the committee. So I don't know if Dakota's on the committee or what, I don't really care. That left me flabbergasted, just utterly flabbergasted, and I got that, and I called Matt, and I was like, bro, what the hell? And he was like, I read that the same way you do, and that is that your work, it looks like it's store-bought. So, this isn't store-bought, people. That's handcrafted, okay? I was astonished. I really, really, really was. Because that is handcrafted. I'm sorry if your standards for your shows are rather low, but I couldn't figure out why it got rejected based on the fact that it handcrafted. Okay. So just in case we're wondering about the handcraftedness, this is another one. This is the one I was shaking earlier. It's a little bulldog. Kind of has some Wisconsin Badger colors. And my little bulldog, as you can see, broke free in his globe. So the reason that the ornaments are all sitting over there is because about half of them broke free in their little globe, their little characters. So they've been sitting on my table kind of kicking me in the teeth. Along with pictures of ornaments that I have done, I also sent him a couple of effectively 2D images like this one. Okay, this is another ornament that I have. I thought was kind of cute. Little clownfish, little peppermint clownfish. That was kind of cute. And then there was the whole idea of doing like some magnets. Here's some whales. Have a whale of a good Christmas, please, thank you. Okay, and then we have giraffes because we are giraffing around here. Okay. Never got really past the rejection letter. But then I went to the show. And because I had the weekend off anyway, and so I'm gonna crash the show. Alright, let me tell you about the demographic that is the people that go to these shows. We're talking women that are anywhere from early 20s all the way to barely walking because they're well past retirement. There are babies everywhere, people babying, and poor guys. I think I counted 5 guys that were suffering through going to this holiday fair because they were just like, they all had that look on their face like, oh my God, get me the hell out of here. Somebody buy me a beer because there's not enough. There's too much estrogen in this building. Like, I was going to look at the kinds of vendors that there were. I really wasn't going to shop because I want to know what was so unique that I couldn't get in. Okay. So there were 2 kinds of vendors that had ornaments. Both sets of ornaments were painted. So maybe it's the fact that I didn't paint the ornaments. But I'll tell you what, I bought the ornament globe from Michaels. I bought the ribbon from Joann Fabrics. I think I bought the little tree bob. I could have bought it in one of like 4 different places because I was buying a lot of interiors for these things all over, from Michaels to Joann's to Hobby Lobby to Michaels. I don't know where the hell I bought this. Like there's a little tree in here. This is the little tree guy. And this is a collaboration of a whole bunch of different stuff, okay? I can tell you that the little horse that's in there, I probably bought at Michaels. Okay, so then I went in there and I was surrounded by a bunch of very distracted, slow-moving, and when I say slow-moving, I'm telling you, the lines at Disney World move faster than these women at a craft fair. Dear God, I was back there like, go, just go. Organize your thoughts, go. If you want to see stuff in the booth, get in the booth. Get out of my way, I want to go. What? Just go. If you want to see the shit in the booth, go in the booth. Okay. The stuff that was being vended. Okay, I got rejected on handcraftedness. Okay? I'm gonna put a picture of some of the shit that I found in this show because we're talking somebody who took basically the frame for a canvas, and by the way, I'm talking like 8 by 10 or a 9 by 12, maybe a 16 by 16, because most pillows are 16 by 16. This person, in his ingeniousness and kind of bogusness, because this actually irritated me, took fabric panels from Joann Fabrics that you're supposed to make bedspreads and wall hangings and quilts out of, pillows, and he stapled them to the frame for canvases and then called them art, because I couldn't figure out how you would do this really detailed painting from across the room and you're selling it for $7. $7. I was like, how the hell are you doing that? Oh, you bogus dude. You are like completely bogus. You took fabric from Joann Fabrics, stapled it to a canvas, and called it your own. That is bogus. That isn't even trying. You're out of here. I found one photographer who wasn't even there to talk to. His aunt or grandmother or something like that was running the booth, and oh, we want to talk about bogus. The item of the week must have been those little glass boxes that you can buy at like Hobby Lobby that have the hole in the bottom. And people stick Christmas lights in them and then put shit on the outside of them. So they say like, ho, ho, ho. That's not creative. And they're selling them for like $22. First off, that is not creative. That is, I don't even know what that is, but that is bogus. A 5-year-old can do that. A 5-year-old. That is like That's a thing that you get a ticket for at like Hobby Lobby. Hi, would you like a project for this weekend? Because that's what this is. This is a weekend project. We're going to do this with your kids. Yes, we're going to make lighty boxes. We don't really have a use for them. They just sit on your shelf and then they're lighty up. Lighty up. Boop, boop. Like somebody had like 10 of those in their booth and they wanted like $22 for them. I get the price hike because those boxes are like $7 a piece at Hobby Lobby, not including the lights, which run about $3 to $5 depending on whether or not you're getting blinky lights with functions or not. But that's bogus. Anybody can do that. Apparently nobody can do this. Nobody. You can't do this at home! Really? Okay. So, the reason I'm going off on this rant is mostly because I'm going to share all of the booth setups that were there, because I thought maybe it was because I didn't have a Christmassy enough setup. It wasn't Christmassy enough. It didn't say Christmas. It didn't say handcrafted. It, maybe that my stuff looked, you know, too good. Maybe that, yeah, I was looking for reasons why. I even went to the point where at some point on the application it said, are you going to be vending at any other shows? And I said, well, yeah, I'm going to be vending at the Christmas fair to remember. And I thought, surely that's the reason that I got rejected. And then there was a pet-orientated booth that had like toys and treats and stuff in it. And they had a basket, a little wicker basket that had dog treats in it. The dog treats had sold out. There was a handwritten note that said that we will be able to, you will be able to purchase this at our next show, blah, blah, blah. And it showed you the show that they were at. Now maybe that was the deal breaker. You know, they didn't say on their application that they were at they're going to be at another show. And maybe I thought, well, it was because, you know, I have an FAA page. I have my YouTube channel. I'll sell direct to customers. You know, we can meet up at the coffee shop and, you know, we can talk about your cat or whatever, and then we'll do the commission from there. And then I'm finding out that an awful lot of them have websites. And they sell right off their website. Or Etsy, or FAA. Oh well, I couldn't have gotten rejected because this is the only place that you can buy the ornaments, because people have websites and everything else. And a lot of these people are going to the next show that I signed up for. Maybe they didn't put that on their application. So, to the 2018 Holiday Craft Fair of Washington County, y'all bogus. Because you could have had me instead of some dude that took tea lights and put googly eyes on it. That was kind of a cute idea, but he must have bought it in a store, because I don't understand how you take a tea light, you turn it into a snowman and make it an ornament. It's too difficult. Maybe if I just take one of those like 8-inch glass blocks and put some lights in it, then I could spend money, because I don't understand how to do that. Now, in defense of some of the other vendors that are there, because they're, you know, they did have some like really, some vendors had some really nice stuff like handcrafted soaps and that, but that's kind of typical for what you find at an art and craft show. There was one vendor that just had ceramics that he painted.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
And as for the people that were attending those shows, that's the slowest moving traffic I have ever seen in my life. I think I lost my temper, wound up walking out of a building when 4 women that were not walking single file in a 5-foot aisle wide. They were walking next to each other. All stopped, and the one hit the other one in the shoulder, went, oh, look! And they were pointing at the ceiling. to literally Christmas lights that had been strung up through the beams, because there was industrial beams on the ceiling, with organza. I just need to point out to those 4 women.
Hello there.
It was there the whole time. You got 3/4 of the way through the hall before you noticed it, and then you had to stop traffic to look at the ceiling. While other people are trying to get through. You, your girlfriend, your auntie, your sister. One of those was a bridesmaid. We should do that for your wedding. Welcome to reality. You're in an entire exhibition hall that has been there the whole time. You did not need to hold up me and the 45 people behind me that really just wanted to get to the end of the aisle and go around you. But no. That whole show was bogus.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Rant over.